has a real national security interest in promoting normalization between Israel and Saudi Arabia. We believe that we can, and indeed we must, play an integral role in advancing it. Now, we have no illusions that this can be done quickly or easily, but we remain committed to working toward that outcome, including on the trip I'm about to take this week to Jeddah and Riyadh for engagements with our Saudi and Gulf counterparts.
Let's now speak to James Dorsey. He joins us now from Singapore. He is an adjunct senior fellow over at Nanyang Technological University's School of International Studies. Good to have you on the show, sir. All right, let's unpack this. The Biden administration essentially inherited two peace processes involving Israel. One with the Palestinians, and we know what state that is in, and then obviously the Abraham Accords. But I would assume the big prize in terms of normalization of relations in the region would be Saudi Arabia and Israel.
Indeed, it is. And I don't think that the issue is any longer whether Saudi Arabia at one point or other will establish diplomatic relations with Israel, but what the terms will be for that establishment of diplomatic relations. Terms to be met first and foremost by the United States, but also by Israel.
Let me ask you, what kind of assurances would the Saudis want should they decide to move forward?
Well, the Saudis have clearly said that they want to see progress on the Palestinian-Israeli front. They want to see moves towards a genuine settlement of the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. But they have also, via media reports, let it be known that they want things from the United States. And those are primarily three things. One is a much firmer defense commitment, commitment to the security in the region and to security of the kingdom, assistance in developing a peaceful nuclear program, which is a key part of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman's Vision 2030, diversification of the Saudi economy, and more guaranteed access to state-of-the-art American weapon systems.
Mm-hmm. So on the wish list for MBS would be security guarantee, nuclear technology assistance, and more weapons. You have a crown prince that supports Russia in the framework of OPEC+. We've seen the developments over the weekend. Saudi Arabia has worked closely with China when it comes with the rapprochement with Iran. Do you feel that the Biden administration is under a bit of pressure that it cannot further alienate the kingdom, and that's why it's stepping in now?
Well, I think the really fundamental question is what is going on, and that relates both to Saudi Arabia, but also to the United Arab Emirates. So, with other words, are those two countries genuinely forging a new foreign policy and a much more greater diversification of their foreign relations? And there's no question that economic relations and other relationships with Russia and China will continue. Or are they trying to pressure the United States to make much firmer commitments against the backdrop of almost a decade where they feel that the U.S. has not lived up to its commitments and that it may or may not, to whatever degree, be withdrawing from the region?
All right, great stuff. James Dorsey, thank you very much for joining us here on TRT World. Do appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.